I'm Vince Artery. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our state championship dinner. Tonight we are gathered to celebrate a great winter season, and not one, but two state championships. Let's begin by showing our appreciation to our girls and boys state champions. Some of us feel that we are on the banquet circuit. I think Monday night we had the town committee meeting, and Wednesday Board of Education, and here we are Tuesday having a very nice dinner. We have an ambitious program planned. We would like to present our awards. We're going to serve a buffet dinner. We are going to listen to our coaches and guest speakers, and we are going to unveil our championship pictures. To begin, I would like to introduce two seniors, our boys basketball coach, co-captain DJ Guthridge, to lead us in the flag salute, and we want to also introduce the girls track co-captain Jade Wilson to deliver the invocation and observe a moment of silence for our deceased girls track coach, Mr. Powell Robinson. Please stand. Visionary leaders that will offer their greetings and introduce special guests. First, representing the Neptune Township Board of Education is a former great Neptune High School and Temple University student athlete, our Board of Education President, Mr. John Daniels. Mr. Daniels.
Mr. Artery, he himself being an alumni of Seton Hall University, I know how he could have forgotten that I attended Seton Hall as well, but we'll talk about that later. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, our student athletes. On behalf of the Board of Education, I bring you greetings this evening. This is a wonderful time here in Neptune Township. Last week, we had a standing room-only crowd to recognize our girls track team and our boys state team basketball team, the presentation of the state trophies. It was very appreciative to the Board of Education. I'd like to take a quick moment and recognize the Vice President of the Board of Education, Dr. Stacy Summers. Board member, Ms. Carrie Gizzy. I'd also like to recognize Mr. Nick Williams, who is a very devoted Neptune basketball fan. We have loads of speakers this evening, food, and of course a lot of good goodies over there, so I'm not going to take a lot of time. But when I spoke last week, we talked about the student athletes and the athletes who are going off to college and the guidance and supervision of our coaches. We, the Board of Education, really appreciate that from our coaches. It's not just what they do on the field, on the court, or on the track. It's also keeping track of their academics. We appreciate that. The other thing is, I also like to recognize the parents, because without you, and not just now, think about when your child was young and you exposed them to different opportunities, and look at them now, what they've achieved based on what you put into that, nurturing them, raising them. And that's what's important. And when you talk about teamwork, that's teamwork. It's the athletics, it's the classroom, it's the coaches, it's the teachers. It's you and the parent talking to your son or your daughter about what's going on in their lives. And without that, we wouldn't have an evening like this. How many school districts have two state championship teams? And not to mention, we can't forget about our girls basketball team, the Central Jersey Group of Champions. We could have 3 teams here this evening. Those are accomplishments that, yeah, people kind of expect that you have to say here in Neptune. I don't think so, because there's a lot of hard work. And all of you here, student athletes, you are legacies that will go down here in Neptune. For that, we thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Mr. Daniels, our next speaker finds time in his busy schedule to attend numerous high school activities. He's the man responsible for making the Neptune Township School District the envy of the Shore Conference. Our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. David Moy.
Thank you, Mr. Artery. Good evening. what a wonderful winter season it was for Neptune Township and really even Monmouth County. Traveling around the state of New Jersey, following the basketball team, reading the Saturday morning and Sunday morning paper with the track results from the weekend, seeing records fall, seeing a freshman shatter all the records, just about every meet that she ran in. Absolutely outstanding year. The neatest thing probably for me as your superintendent of schools is the fact that we not only have outstanding athletes, but as Mr. Daniel indicated, we have outstanding scholar athletes. We have, as was indicated the other night by Mr. O'Donnell at the Board of Education meeting, all of our seniors going to college next year. That's outstanding, it's wonderful. And we know that great things will happen with them. We continue to read about seniors who have gone on to college and continue to play sports. But we know that there's a time in life when sports end and real life takes over. We know that in Neptune High School, when that time comes, that your boys and girls, your daughters, your sons, your nephews, your nieces will be ready to take their place in this world as a result of the wonderful, differentiated, diverse education they received at Neptune High School. It's a pleasure to be up here tonight. I would like to introduce and recognize my right and left hand, and as the kids always say, got my back. My Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Williams. Says that I made time to, in my busy schedule, to be at the games. I could always look somewhere around the court if I wasn't next to her. She was across the court from me, be it at Retaco or Freehold Borough or wherever it was around the state. Williams Fulham was there supporting the athletes on the court and supporting the cheerleaders who would run out in between and give us all that pep and energy. Thank you very much, for have a wonderful evening. I too am hungry, and I know you are, so I'm going to cut my comments short and give the next 22 minutes over to Mr. Allen. Only kidding.
We also have another superintendent here from Neptune City, Mr. Thomas Campbell. Please stand. During our last speaker's tenure, Neptune High School has gained a long list of academic and co-curricular achievements. Please give a warm welcome to our principal, Mr. Rich Allen.
Mr. Moy made me nervous. How am I going to cut a 15-minute speech into 22 minutes? Before I begin, I'd like to introduce our assistant principal, Mr. James Whitson. I don't know if she's here. She's really quiet, sneaks in. Mrs. Hawkins, are you here yet? Mrs. Hawkins, our other assistant principal. Congratulations are certainly in order tonight. Congratulations to the girls' indoor track team, and to the boys' basketball team, and to the respective coaching staffs, to the parents and guardians, and every family member who ever encouraged these student athletes to succeed, and to the loyal fans who wish these young men and women luck, and to the teachers who gave their daily dose of encouragement, and to every coach who had an impact on the lives of the student athletes at the elementary school level and the recreation level. And to every one of us who put in the mile, the time, and the anxious moments waiting to hear the result of the next game or track meet. I congratulate these people because championship teams, you see, have championship fans. What I enjoyed most about the season is that you won with grace and dignity and with integrity. But I think what I truly enjoyed the most was that off the court, you were true ambassadors to the mission of the Neptune Township School District. In this room are state champions. They're also AP students, and honor roll students, and student council members, and student ambassadors, and DJ, a co-founder of the Lunch Bunch. I don't want to leave that one out because we left them out once before. And who else? And Z, I'm sorry, and Z, member of our Lunch Bunch. Also our Monmouth County Cotillions and college students. And if I'm not mistaken, every one of our seniors here are going on to college upon graduation. And many of them, or all of them, are great role models to our younger students. And I suppose I should say something about that winning isn't everything, and in truth, it really isn't a bad experience. I'm truly happy for your success, not because you are forever in the history of Neptune High School, in Neptune Township, and in the New Jersey High School Athletic Arena, the champion. No one can ever take that away from you. I will, however, admit that I am truly happy for your success because you have brought much pride to Neptune High School and to the Township of Neptune, and you have helped in our quest to become a school of excellence. And you have taught others that it is possible to be champions. And because you live by the creed of a champion, that you never quit, you never gave up, and you never accepted good when great was an option, you have also helped us become a school of no excuses. So I suppose I should say something about winning isn't everything, or that it's the only thing, but in truth, it's a great experience to have. You can learn from winning a very valuable lesson. What you can learn from winning is that you can. Let me say that again. The most important lesson you can learn from winning is that you can. What you have accomplished this past season is now your springboard for future successes. What I hope you've learned from your championships is that there is no doubt that you can win again. That you can be a champion at whatever you do and whatever you set your mind to do. And it doesn't have to be just track or basketball. You can just live by the creed that made you a champion in the winter of 2009 to become a future champion. So congratulations on your success. And let me be the first to congratulate you on all your future successes. Thank you.
Well, believe it or not, we're a minute early. We're hoping to serve dinner at 6:30. What I would like to do is introduce our athletic support staff. They do an excellent job servicing our students. So I hope the first one is here is our athletic trainer, Mr. Glenn DiPaolo, present. Please stand. Our athletic secretary and dinner chairperson, Mrs. Joan Bowder. Our dinner committee meeting members, that is Ms. Stephanie McEwen and Kathy Treeland. Dinner committee members. The Red and Black Booster Club raised $20,000 for athletic teams this year. Will President Mr. Randy Reynolds please stand? On a sad note, our announcer, Mr. Ed Pickett, is hospitalized and could not be here this evening. Please remember the voice of Neptune Athletics in your prayers. And lastly, you see her standing in the front, our athletic interpreter, Ms. Jessica Swallow. If you're following along in the program, you know that the awards presentation will be after dinner. So at this time, we would like to give you directions to proceed up to our buffet line. There will be one line in the rear right corner. We would ask all of the tables, I believe it's about 5 tables, to the right of those. I'll be calling up our head coaches in a moment. We want them to review the season, to introduce their staff, and to present their team awards. Each team member, when called, will receive a jacket and a picture plaque for winning the state Group 3 championship. I'd like to begin by introducing someone who still holds the state hurdle record. She is the Shore Conference Girls Indoor Track Coach of the Year, Mrs. Dawn Bowles-Finch. Please go forward. All right, this is not here yet. You stepped outside? That's okay. We'll switch to the next gentleman. So the boys will go first, age before junior, something like that. All right, this next gentleman, in the 100 years that Neptune High School has been open, they have won a total of 5 state championships. They are boys and girls state championships, total of 5. He has coached 3 of the 5. He's the only New Jersey basketball coach to win both the girls and boys state championships, and that is Mr. Ken O'Donnell.
Thank you, Mr. Arthur. I want to congratulate the girls and the boys teams for their great accomplishment this year. And also the girls team had a fantastic season. And I think you have to get ready next year. You got a good chance of having another state champion next year. Anytime you win state championships, there's a lot of people to thank. And I wanted to jot down a few things today because I didn't want to miss anyone. But if I do, I want to thank all of you, everyone, for all their help. First, the Board of Education, both present and past. Mr. Mui, Mrs. Williams-Pullen, all the administrators, Mr. Allen, Mr. Artery, Mr. Whitson, all your help with the kids. It's a little difficult once in a while because I'm at the middle school and these guys call me and we handle all our problems, so it's worked out great. Mr. DiPaolo, there's your greatest trainer in the state. Outstanding job. The cheerleaders, they had a workout this year between the two teams, especially during the tournaments. All of our parents, for all your help in guiding your sons and daughters through all the high school practices, etc., did a fantastic job. I want to thank all of them. I want to especially thank the fire departments, Neptune City, Bradley Beach, Neptune, after we won the state championship, them and along with the first aid gave us a fantastic parade through town. It was outstanding. All the fans, and we picked up a lot of fans during the year. The Red and Black Booster Club, President Randy Reynolds, been working together with Randy for years, and I want to especially thank him for all the help for making the success of the Larry Hennessy tribute. My family, who has put up with me coaching for 35 years, and I want to thank you for making it special. I put together today a little timeline of when we first started practice last November. Here's what we were starting with. We had a team that lost the player of the year, Gary Foster, year before. He went on, graduated, went to college. We had 3 starters from the previous year leave our team. That group won the B North title. They won the Shore Conference tournament. They finished with a 23-5 record. Tough act to follow. So we start out, everyone's saying we're too small. We have speed, but we're too small. We don't have big people. Early January, maybe I started to believe in what we heard because we were 4-3 and just had lost to Monmouth Regional. So now, from that point on, these guys turned it around. Not only did they turn it around on the court, they also turned it around in the classroom. They did an outstanding job there. So here's what they did. 22-2 from that point on. Co-champs, B North. Runner-up, Shore Conference tournament, losing to CBA. Central Jersey, Group 3 champions. They're the team of the year in the Monmouth County, and for Monmouth County was the team of the year in the Thorpe Star Ledger. They finished number 10 in the Star Ledger for the top teams in the state. Number 2 in the Shore and the Asbury Park Press. And of course, the topping was winning the state championship, Group 3 champs. I want to thank them for all their hard work. Now, I also want to introduce my coaches. And as I said with Mr. D, I believe that this is the best staff in the state. We have 4 point guards on the staff, which can help out, players along the way. We have coaches that played for me. I'm starting to feel real old because I know some of these players that we have, I coached their fathers back in the day, right? But I want to introduce my coaches, and also I want to make mention to the fact that Frank Palumbo did a great job in taping our games, some of our tournament games, and these are our coaches. Mike Randolph, he's here, stand up. Bruce Hoffman. Bruce played point guard before me. That's when we had those Converse sneakers that were canvas. All right, Bruce? Another outstanding point guard. And boy, we're lucky to have this guy coaching at a lower level in our program, Coach Tom White. Another former player does a fantastic job with the 8th grade, Jerome Hubbard. Another former player of mine, and I have a picture at home, and I keep trying to find this picture. It's Keith Coleman, and he's like this big now. He's about 6'3", prosecutor's office and all. I have a picture of him kneeling down, and he looks about this high. Little guy with big afro. He was playing on my 6th grade team over to middle school when I first started teaching. He does a great job with the freshman team. Greg Capalco, who's not here, he started that computer program with his daughter. Actually, it started from Manasquan, and she was doing that program. He brought it over here, and boy, what a blessing that was, and he does an outstanding job. And Mike McGee. Mike, another point guard, played for me. And what a great help he's been, both here and outside. We keep a watch on our kids. We got them covered. And then our statisticians. And again, I'm bragging tonight, and we should brag. We should brag because we do have a fantastic program here. And this is the best. And we're going to miss all of these seniors that are leaving. Joya Anderson is not here tonight. She's leaving. Casey Hecker, who is graduating, going on to college. Shannon McMillan, who pulled the fast one on us. She's graduating, but she was supposed to be only a junior, but she went in that accelerator program, and she's graduating, going on to Rutgers. And my daughter, Lauren O'Donnell, Banquet, she's a teacher now, and she had to get out of school so she can come to our games. That's what I'm talking about our family. Very dedicated, very loving, and they love the kids. So I'm going to ask Mike to come up, and we're going to introduce our players. And Mike's going to help out with handing out their jackets and their plaques. First, freshman. Mr. Allen, Mr. Whitson, would you come up, please help too? If I start talking about each one, we'll be here all night, and I know we don't want to do that, but boy, I'll tell you, we're fortunate to have these kids. Ike Calderon. Quentin Davis. Theo Ford. Tariq Rick Tony Gutridge. Eugene Hicks. Jamal Hubbard. I think the next guy here is not with us, Nancy Jean Marie. This guy's been playing since he was a freshman. I miss this guy, Thomas Jones. Another freshman player, played for 4 years. And I do have to share this with you. He was just given a full scholarship at Delaware State, Jabari Joyner. Next player, MVP of the state final, did a fantastic job going to Ramapo, I believe. Dan Singleton. One of our future players, our future stars, Quaver Smith. Another outstanding, not only basketball player, but high jumper as well, Michael Stafford. Another player I didn't see, you got to give him a lot of credit, sticking out with us this year. He didn't play prior to this year, but a fantastic football player as well, Roderick Tillery. And we were talking earlier, one of my favorite former students in 7th grade. Well, he seems like yesterday, and now he's moving on, going to Wesley and Delaware Left Walker. Another senior we're going to miss, A.J. West, James West. Then our statistician, said Joy is not with us tonight. This must be a misprint. It says Christina Hecker. I don't know, Casey Hecker. Must be the same. Casey Hecker. Shannon McMillan. Lauren O'Donnell. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I didn't have the pleasure of seeing Mrs. Dawn Bowles pitch when she was a high school athlete, but I saw how quickly she got back, and she's still in shape. She's very, very quick. Let's have a nice warm welcome for our girls indoor track coach of the year, Mrs. Dawn Bowles Fitch.
I would like to call up my assistant coach, Dwayne Allen. You don't do it alone, especially if you're playing. So I wanted to share it as well. I would just like to thank everyone who is here this evening, especially the Board of Ed. I'm going to be pretty brief and quick. But I really would like to take this time to thank Mr. D, Mrs. Apollo, for all of our kids. Some of them hesitate going to him because they don't want to let him down as far as, oh, I got another injury. And sometimes I'm skeptical about sending him there because I'm like, he probably think I'm trying to kill him. But Mr. D, I just want to thank you so much because you was there for me when I was running in high school. So I just want to say personally thank you. Also, let me just say one other thing. I would like to thank my husband, Mr. Darren. Even before I came to Neptune, he was my biggest cheerleader. And sometimes I get a little emotional because he followed me everywhere I went. As far as track meets, he used to tell his boss, I need some time off because my wife is going to a track meet and I need to be there for her and her girls. He gives them flush outs, he stretches them and everything. So I just wanted you guys to know that I really appreciate him for everything he's done. I'd like to also thank Mr. Allen because when we got into this together, we didn't know that we was going to be this successful. Now, I knew that we had the potential because I already knew the young ladies that was here. I just didn't know how great we were going to be. So I would just like to thank Mr. Allen for being my left hand, right hand, the man of this track team and helping us with these achievements. This is my little cheat sheet that was on the table that wasn't supposed to be there. But I would just like to just recognize that these girls work very hard for their accomplishments and their achievements, and I'm so very proud of them. We have I'm just going to start off with the awards, and they're going to go in alphabetical order. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. So that's why I'm going to go on. We have some of them that are here, and some of them that may not be here. The first person I'm going to call up is Tiara Anderson. I wasn't supposed to call Yasmin. I'm holding her on the side. I apologize. Angel Harris. Sorry, I have freshmen on here. I'm sorry. I should have known the crazy socks last year. Dana Savage. Wayne. The next person I'm going to call is Ashamira Swain. Who's getting better every day, and I'm looking forward to her for great accomplishments. The next person is my powerhouse of the team, Zaisha Termel. Never gives up, never quits. One of the strongest girls on the team, and I'm so very proud of Ms. Termel. The next person I'm going to call is Takia Walker. And I'm looking for great things from her. She's a junior, so I have one more year with her. The next person I am going to call will be Miss Yasmin. We didn't know how well she was going to do, but she's one of the greatest sprinters that we have running right now. I also would like for Yasmin to stay right there for one moment. I'm also going to call up Ashley Porterfield. I hope I can clone her for one more year. But Ashley also won state championships in the 55 hurdles. The next person I'm going to call is Jade Wilson. Jade is the person I call my powerhouse runner because she does everything, but we can't run in everything. 100 hurdles, 200, 400, 4x4. She even ran the 800. She also won the 400 meters in state championship. And the last person I'm going to call is IJ Wilson. And I'm sure all of you have heard run. But Ajay also broke a state record that held for 22 years. And she done it as a freshman. The person who made the record, set the record, was a senior. She broke that record as a freshman. She also broke a state record in the 800 and the 1600 at state championship. So I'm just giving you a little history of how we won the state championship. We had to break a few records to do it. The reason why I have these ladies up here is because they also won the sprint medley team at our Monmouth County State Relay Championship. So I wanted to commend them, but also the greatest accomplishment these four young ladies did was that they went to nationals indoors, and we went in at ranked number 7 in the nation, and we came out ranked number 3 in the nation. The winner, so we would like to say that had we been in the same heat, we would have came out number 1. But I would just like to congratulate each and every one of these ladies, and I also would like to give the mic to Mr. Allen for 1 minute.
Just a quick comment. We'd like to let you know that these young ladies primarily are freshmen and juniors and seniors, lower class. We have 2 seniors, and they boast an A average amongst the team as a whole. So academically, they do their thing, and athletically, they do their thing. We're very proud. Young leaders, and they're going to go a long way. Look forward to working with you the rest of the season and next year.
Pictures. We would ask our Board of Education members in attendance to please assist us. We'd like them to come forward at this time. And also, Ajay Wilson, Jade Wilson, and she has selected teammates to come up with her. We have the state championship girls track picture, which is located right here. We have the state championship boys track picture, and we have Ajay's individual state championship picture. We would like to ask Mrs. Gizzy, and Mr. Jones is not here this evening. If Mrs. Gizzy will please do the girls track picture. Maybe Mr. Moy can assist her. And we want Dr. Summers and Mr. Daniels to do the boys basketball picture. And Ajay and the teammates, if you'll step over and get ready to do your picture. Youngsters, a nice round of applause. We also invite you on your way out to stop into the gymnasium because we have rehung all of the state championship banners and they're lettered now with their championships on there. So if I can at this time ask Mrs. Gizzy and Mr. Moy to please unveil our girls' state championship picture. Our team is welcome after the banquet is concluded in a moment to come up, and if they want to put their jackets on, take their picture around there. Next, we would ask Mr. Daniels and Dr. Summers please unveil the boys' state championship picture. And lastly, if you notice, this picture does have some space to add some more championships if necessary. We ask Ajay and her friends to please unveil her picture. Thank you. This concludes our program. I want to thank you for your kind attention. I want to ask you to please drive safely. And I want to give one last round of applause for New Jersey's best. Thank you very much. Thank you and good evening.